In this video, we're going to be discussing the DeEsser. This is a recent addition, and if you've seen my video that I did while I was on tour with the band Machine Head, you'll hear me talking about how much I love this DeEsser. And again, I cannot stop ranting and raving about this device. It is an excellent DeEsser to use not just on vocals, but also hi-hats. And now that I'm mentioning different applications for it, I also want to let you know that I'm not going to be teaching you how to use DeEssing, but just going over the controls of what the DeEsser can do. The DeEsser is a very simple and straightforward device to use, but before I get into the controls, let's head over to the patching screen and take a look to see how we're going to patch this in. And this is different than the way you would patch in, say, a reverb or a delay. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here we are on the patching screen. I currently already have the DeEsser patched in across all four of my vocals. So selecting on one of the insert sends for the first vocal, you'll see that we have the green indication light for the effects tab that it's patched in on this side. And you see that it's patched in on number 1, where number 2 is patched in on number 2, the third vocal's on the third DeEsser, and finally the fourth one's on the fourth DeEsser. If we click here on the effects tab on the left, we now see where the insert return is coming back. Typically you would patch a DeEsser on the insert of an individual channel. However, you could patch it in on a group if you wish, or any other type of creative use that you might come up with. So now, let's head back to the effects and take a look. Let's look at the top right. We have the Enable Listen button. If we were to go ahead and try to hit the Listen button on any of the channels, it's not going to work. We need to go ahead and press the Enable Listen button, and then we have the ability to listen to the frequency crossover. Here, we have our threshold level to adjust the threshold level of our gain reduction of the DeEsser. Above the threshold knobs on each channel, we have a bypass button. This is a great way to be able to A/B to hear what the DeEsser is actually doing instead of inserting it in and out of the circuit of the channel. Below that, we have the knob to be able to adjust the frequency of the crossover. And below that, we have an overview of the DeEsser as it's functioning. Below that, we also have the ability to go ahead and insert channel names. And as you see, I myself forgot to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now that I have all the channels named to where I actually have them inserted, let's move down to the assignable controls. On the top row of encoders, we have the ability to adjust the threshold of each of the DeEssers. For the assignable control buttons below, we have the ability to bypass each of the channels. In the top right hand, we see page 1 of 2. This will allow us to toggle to the second page by pressing the right arrow. And now, the top row of encoders is allowing us to adjust the crossover frequency. There are no assignable control buttons on this page.